Okay guys, I'm back. So yeah, what I was saying here. To blame my moods, my inaction, and my mistakes on the way the plane are aligned is to give the way the planets are aligned. On the way the planets are aligned is to give away the power I have been given as a human being to the planets, the moons, and the stars. It's a weak way to live. Remember, you are not your moods, but a force far bigger than them. You are not your psychology, but a power far wiser than it. We are not our thoughts. Instead, we are the creators of the thoughts that flow through our minds, and given this fact, we can change our thoughts if we choose to do so. Just as you are not your thoughts, you are not your moods. You are the creator of the moods you experience, moods that you can change in a single instant. If you choose to do so, you can feel peace in a moment of stress, joy in a time of sadness, and energy during a time of fatigue. The way to an extraordinary life lies in exploring ourselves. Yeah. In learning our greatest capacities and in understanding who we fundamentally are as people. Then, equipped with this knowledge, with this essential knowledge, we can go out into the world to do what we have been wired to do and create the goodness that we have been placed here to create. Remember, you have a duty to shine, and this world will be less of a place if you choose to play small with your life. Self-examination. It's kind of hot here. Self-examination is the first step to personal greatness. Reflection is the mother of wisdom. Carve out some time each day to ask ourselves why we are here, how we are living, and whether we are making the highest use of the gift that life has given us. Make the time to think daily. Next. Most people believe that it takes months and years to transform their lives. Actually, you can literally change your life in an instant by making a single decision never to go back to the way you have been living, no matter what. What takes months, years, and sometimes decades is the maintenance required to live by that decision. Yeah. Just as a shadow fades when brought into the sunlight, a fear invited into the light of our human awareness begins to evaporate. Look within and resolve to build a better you. Move away from fear, and self-oppression. What we resist will persist. And if we refuse to do the inner work required to look at and then work through our fears, they will always run us. But if we have the courage to self-explore and get to know our fears, they will move through us and then be released. What we befriend, we transcend. Make the time to confront your resistance and examine yourself when frustrations or fears surface. Then making it about others and avoiding self-responsibility. That's a giant key to growing more powerful and peaceful as a person. Our lives are mirrors, and life sends us not what we want, but who we are. As we shine more brightly and stand more greatly, our other lives cannot help but follow. No matter who you are, and no matter what your background is, you still have the power to choose how you will process the events of your life. Yeah. That capacity to choose the way we will interpret what happens to us is our highest human endowment. So don't expect others to change in order for your circumstances to get better. You go ahead and take the noble path. You go ahead and take the noble path. You make the changes that needs to be made. Others around you will eventually follow. The best way to influence another is to lead by example. Become who you wish others would be. Be the change. Your beliefs in life are really nothing more than mental contracts you have made with yourself about the state of affairs you find yourself in. Some people believe they are too busy to hug their children many times a day to show them their love. In doing so, they are made a contract with themselves in an effort to justify that fact. Some people believe that they can never live great lives because their past have been too difficult. In doing so, they have made a contract with themselves and resigned themselves to live by that fact. It is not who you are that is holding you back in life. It's what you think you're not. It is what is going on in your inner world that is preventing you from having all that you want in your outer world. And the moment you fully grasp this insight and set about ridding your mind of all its limiting thoughts, you will see almost immediate improvements in your personal circumstances. Happiness does not arrive when you achieve certain things. It comes when you think certain thoughts and feel certain feelings. Happiness is nothing more than a state of mind that you create by the way that you process and interpret the events of your life. There are 4 dimensions of your authentic self to awaken so you can become whole once again. Your mind, your body, your heart, and your spirit. When you awaken these 4 dimensions, you will remember who you truly are. Reading the book of another person is a reflection of their truth. Hearing a speaker at a seminar means that you will hear their truth and their philosophy on the world and on life itself. That may be fine at this stage of your journey. Learning what others think will help you to figure out what you really think. But don't make the mistake of believing that the truth of another person is necessarily your own truth. True success arrives once you live by your philosophy. Trust yourself to lead you where you dream of being. One of the natural laws that run the world is that when you focus on what you don't want in your life, you actually block what you do want from entering. Boom. What you invest your attention in will grow in your life. Focus on what you don't want and you'll get more of it. Feelings are like rainstorms with a beginning, a middle, and an end. If we stifle them, they will fester like wounds. If we pay attention to them and bring them into the light of our awareness, we will move through them and they will complete. And we will move to greater and greater health. We always have choices as human beings. Each of us has 4 more choices than we are aware of. We think we are so limited in life that we have to live and do what we currently do. That's just more of the language that victims are prone to use. It's always up to you how far along the path home from your social self to your authentic self you want to go. And when you assume personal responsibility for what's not working in your life, and then bravely start taking action to improve what needs to improve, doors you didn't even know existed will begin to open up. True. Patience is required on this path to truth and self-awakening. Your timing may not be life's timing. Peace out.